To see is to believe, or so they say. And yes, in many cases, this is true. When I was growing up as a schoolboy in Bulacan, I had a number of schoolmates tell me that they've seen a duende or a dwarf. I'm sorry, but I never believed it. I have to see it for myself before I will even consider believing it. My classmates also said that there are ghosts. I have never seen one though, so I was not convinced then, and I'm still not convinced now that there are spirits of the dead people moving in our midst. Now, for as long as there is no invisible person who would dare pull my leg when I'm asleep, yung hahatakin ng paa ko, I guess I never will. Now, there are things I believe in even if I don't see it, because I am convinced by the evidence of their existence. For example, there is a growing number of people who say that the earth is flat. I believe otherwise. No, the world is not flat. It is a globe, round like a ball. And I believe it not because I can see it, but I'm convinced of the scientific evidence proving that the world is indeed round. Now, beyond this, there are things I believe in even if I don't see them yet, even if they are still non-existent. Now, you may say I'm contradicting myself. Well, you see, the reason I believe this way is because I'm firmly convinced of the existence of a supernatural, all-powerful God who is able to make even seemingly impossible things happen if we ask for it and if it is part of His will. So when I pray for God's intervention in certain problems I'm going through, I believe He will do something to resolve my problem. If I am sick, I pray for healing, and I know that He will heal me according to His loving mercy. If I lack provision for something important, and I know that it is for a good purpose, I pray for provision, and I know that God will provide. I know it can be difficult to believe in something we can't see. There can be circumstances when it is nearly impossible to believe that what we're asking for in prayer will indeed happen. So sometimes we shy away from really believing that God can and will answer prayers. It takes so much effort to believe. It is easier to remain skeptical, to believe that miracles don't happen. But if we remain this way, we miss out on the wonderful possibilities of what God is able to do. There is a certain confidence that comes from knowing who God is. The supreme power and authority in the universe, the maker of heaven and earth, desires to have an intimate relationship with us, just like a father. Within that loving relationship between God and us, many seemingly impossible things become possible. In fact, this is what the Apostle John attests to in a letter he wrote in the New Testament. He said, "And this is the confidence that we have toward Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us." So we can be bold and free when we enter the presence of God, and we can freely ask Him anything that is consistent with His will. Meaning, when God agrees with what we are asking for, we can be sure that He pays attention. We can rest assured that God will answer our prayers even if we do not see His answers yet. And for sure, in learning to be confident in God who answers prayers, in responding to our prayer of faith, faith matters too.